Hello Scorpio, this is your forecast for November 2017. Happy birthday. This is your birthday month. And you know what? It couldn't even start out better than it is for you. This is probably the best birthday month for the last 12 years you've had, and I'll tell you why. Jupiter has now moved into your sign, and you're going to have it with you for a full 12 months, maybe a little bit more, counting in the retrogrades and whatnot. But it's really on your horizon here in your solar chart. It's going to be expanding your vision. It's going to be expanding your life. You're going to start feeling that you're wanting more time, more space for yourself. And this is after a year where it might have been, I won't say tricky, but your Jupiter has been working behind the scenes for you, all right? So you might not have felt that you can access it as easily in the outer external world as you are now. But now you are empowered. And it's such a joy because not only is Jupiter going to be here in this area for 12 months or more, probably 13, but we do have the Sun and Mercury and the new moon. And the new moon only shows up in your sector of personality once every 12 months as well. This is always when we place our intentions, right? And this is taking place on November 18th, 26 degrees in Scorpio. So if you have any personal planets at 26 degrees, this new moon is going to infuse it, empower it, and that will also be able to be moved forward as a new foundation for how the next whole year is going to be set up for you. So be aware of that day. Take a little time extra to envision what it is you want, right? And see how that will work. Now, the Sun, which is representative of you, is in this first house. This is your birth month. So you're radiating extra more at this time. Mercury being here, which rules your linear thought processing and your way of communication, I feel you're going to be coming up and out a whole lot more this month. You might have felt a little bit more tired during October for various reasons, but that's because they were transiting your 12th house. That's when we pull back and we just want to pull the covers over our head, right? Recharge. That was October. But now you're out in the open. I see you happy-go-lucky. There's a lot coming your way right now, and not only that, but I do see some financial changes too this month, which is going to start taking place even more so in December, but that's for next month's forecast. But it's also because now Saturn is wrapping up what it's been trying to secure for you the last 2.5 years. You might have had more expenses, you might have felt that things could have been a little bit tighter, but for a reason. That is what Saturn does. It first constricts because it's trying to, think about the rings around its body, right? It's trying to protect as it's also feeling like it's restricted, but it's also just making sure that the ground, the foundation of your income is going to be set. And Saturn never leaves an area or a sign without leaving a big nice gift at its doorstep for you. So more about that next month. Subscribe so you can get it and hear the news what next month will bring. However though, Mars and Venus, they're in your 12th house as we start off. So like I said, you might have felt a little tired, or should I say drained there in October. Venus and Mars are lingering still, working behind the scenes for you. It's a time to recharge those batteries. But Venus will be moving into the first house, joining the party that's there with Jupiter, Sun, Mercury, and the new moon on November 7th, okay? So after November 7th, just watch how the doors and the windows are opening up. Opportunities could be coming your way, and it's just this feeling of rebirth totally for you. Mars will come in there next month, but as Venus now cruises throughout this month, you will see all the different aspects that she's going to be making as she's going to be touching upon the planets that are already there. And we have a month which is actually looking fabulous. There's only one day that we might want to lay a little bit low, fly under the radar, so to speak, but the rest of the month is incredible. This starts out with Venus and Saturn. Venus being love, romance, money, but also arts, beauty, those things. Saturn in your second house. Well, we have these two in a beautiful harmonious aspect. Venus operating there behind the scenes, should I say, in a quiet space. It could be you visualizing or wanting to express more love, more romance, more, should I say, creative energy. Saturn is trying to set you up so you could hopefully try to see more of this coming, and especially because the sun, which is representative of you, is now flaring. It's coming out. You're showing that light in your eyes, right? Out to the world. And Neptune in a beautiful golden trine. Think about Neptune as inspiration, right? It is what we channel from above with either inner vision, or it could be through sounds, beauty, whatnot. You have it in the house of self-expression and arts, which is the 5th house. And of course, when we have Sun and Neptune this way, you might feel like your heart is totally open. It could be more romantic that we're getting from this 5th house. But we also do have all creative self-expression, and we also have children represented by this area. So in other words, the 3rd would be a great time maybe to do some artistic projects with your children, perhaps, you know, and sit with them. Or it could just be you going off on your own and doing it no matter what, as long as this beautiful energy can come out somehow because you are inspired. This energy you're going to bring out throughout the entire month of November. On the 4th, we have unexpected news. This is Venus and Uranus. Uranus is currently in your 6th house. Could be something from a co-worker, perhaps, since the 6th house rules work. Not as much as like your career orientation. It's more your day-to-day type work. So there could be a something there. On the 9th, we have, I see something coming into reality, something that you've been working for. It's a pivotal point here of transformation. I feel this is going to be presented to you through some kind of news you will be hearing. It could come from siblings, it can come from somebody in your community. But yeah, it's great news followed even more so with this on the 11th. This is Saturn and Uranus. Saturn always looking out for your longevity, right? Ground things, give it good roots and stability. Saturn here, which of course has been working for you in your financial sector. Well, hey, there's financial news here coming up on the 11th. This is the unexpectedness that comes from Uranus, but it's somehow going to be affecting you directly. In one way, shape, or form. It might even be a raise. It could be the gift on the doorstep, since Saturn now is finalizing its journey in this area for you. So you'll have to wait and see, and I don't think you need to wait too long. Because on the 13th, we have the annual date of Venus and Jupiter, and Venus is, of course, everything we love and desire, right? And then Jupiter, think about Jupiter, the size, you know, it's abundance. It's the biggest planet in the solar system. And that's what it does for us as well. It gives us enthusiasm, optimism, joy, right? We feel we can reach for the skies, no, the stars, right? As if there's no limitation. The Venus also rules money, and Jupiter rules big money. So this could be a money day, which is really, really great. Circle that on your calendar. But as far as love and romance goes, this is a wonderful time and the best date of the year to get married or engaged. And they have this meet up every year. What makes it a little bit more special right now is that Venus is also in very close proximity to Neptune. And so Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So it's otherworldly love, what can I say, right? It's that soulmate signature. You're coming into exact position on the 16th, but you'll be feeling it there on the 13th. So these are days where I feel you should definitely not sit at home, go out, socialize. If you're single, you might meet that person with that soulmate signature. Or use these days here to create if you are an artist on any level. That could be painting, singing, sculpting, dancing, whatever expression you choose. This would be days where you can just feel that there's this overflow of energy because Neptune is channeling that inspiration. I see you kicking into action. The following day on the 17th, we have Mercury and Mars. Mercury is our verbal linear communication, the way we share, right, our thoughts, and it's how we think. And Mars is really goal-oriented, so I see you out and about and being really busy, getting things done. And then we have this one day of the month, this month, that we just want to lay a little low, go under the radar if possible, especially in any situation for you, Scorpio, which has to do with direct communication with somebody with an attitude, okay? Because Mars and Pluto, when they get together in oppositions or squares, well, then we got power games, Mars being dynamite, Pluto being nuclear, right? So we just don't want to get into that kind of matching game. But, you know, even this shall pass. On the 21st, just a couple of days later, Venus is following in the heels there of Mars, but in a beautiful aspect to the very same Pluto. And so that is very transformative power. You know, so for some of you, it could represent a kiss and a makeup, but it's really getting back on board and heading down the path that you weren't intended to, right? And this is also a money aspect, no kidding. Not only does Venus rule money, as we mentioned earlier, Pluto represents even more money. You know, Jupiter does. Think about the size of Jupiter. Pluto being small, but it's powerful. So there could be a powerful liaison, connection that could step in here for you. Perhaps it could be a new client, whatever the deal is. But romantically, when we look at this, because these energies will also reflect there on a physical level, then we have passion, love, Venus, passion, Pluto, right? So a wonderful day for it. Then we have on the 25th, news, unexpected, perhaps. Maybe you've been waiting for it and it's been dragging, but boom, there it is. And this is now coming to you. Pretty much from your second house, money and income, and also it could be a client, perhaps, sixth house, Uranus, right? Co-workers and so forth. Or there could be an unexpected twist or turn, maybe being asked to do something specific or take over, say, a role for somebody on a specific event, that kind of thing. But you might have to kick into action pretty quick. On the 28th, there is more, I feel, what has to do with agreements, okay? You have to make some decision. You're all up for it, though. Now, this is not unexpected like on the 25th, the Uranian energy. This is Saturn, something that you've been laboring, working towards, and then just waiting for the key to open that door. 25th, here we go. This, again, has to do with what you have been working towards as far as your financial security foundation, your second house. So there could be new agreements, perhaps. Maybe you're having a review at work. Hopefully it could be news about a bonus, end year's bonus coming in, or a raise, promotion perhaps. But you have the ability to negotiate it. This is what I like. It's not like just news coming to you and then that's it, that you just have to take it or leave it. This is more negotiable. So, more power to you, so use that opportunity. We have, here before I let you go, excuse me, the full moon that we want to talk about. It's showing up in your opposite sign, in the sign of Taurus, in the 7th house for relationships or your spouse, your marriage. This is where center stage is going to be floodlit. And so we have all of these planets, like I said, that whole happy party in the first house. In the opposite house here, we have the full moon. So something here is needing to be balanced on November 4th, however that is going to work out for you, you know, and this could be a very positive thing, perhaps, so you will wait and see what that brings. But listen, this is what I got for you, Scorpio, for November. I will see you next month, and looking forward to it. Have a good one.